Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Dent Acres campground and group camp. So getting to the park is a lot of twisting, winding country roads up and down. Just going down to the boat launch when you first come into the park, as you can see, is pretty indicative of all of the drive that you're going to be doing. It's all twisty turny, going up and down hills and everything of that nature. But once you get down here, you'll pull right into, once you get there actually, you'll see the campground ahead and the boat dock to the right. What we're looking at here is just a quick section of what all of the campsites, RV spots, look like. There is a little playground off to the right. And then there's a little turnaround section right here. There's a parking lot up above, and to the second left is the boat launch area. And then moving on up into the park, you'll see there are 50 RV spots, and we're going to take a look at these a little bit more. In the meantime, we'll just take a quick trip all the way around. The reason the park is empty right now is in August 2024, they were closed. They were going to be doing some repaving, but when we were there was no repaving going on. There really wasn't any project that I saw. It did look like they were repaving the road up to the park, but not in the park itself, at least not when we got there. So there is only one bathroom facility for 50 RV spots, as you can see as we're walking up to the building here. Sorry for the shaky camera and all that, but as you walk in on the men's side, because I didn't go into the women's restroom, but there's 3 sinks and there are 2 shower stalls only, and of course 2 urinals, and let's see, we'll get a better picture. Yeah, 2 shower stalls for 50, again, 50 parking spots, 2 urinals, and then 3 regular spots. And then coming outside, looking from this way, you see all of the spots. Every one of them has a picnic table with a cover over it. And then, as you can also see, and we'll do a little close-up here in a minute, is each spot comes with a sewer hookup and power and water. And a lot of them, in fact most of them, are pull-through parking spots. Okay, and then there's only a couple that are back in, and there are some handicap spots as well. And as you can see, water and power, standard RV hookups, 30 amp and regular 120. They all come with a fire pit and a picnic table with cover. And then this is the view looking toward the reservoir from inside the park. It is wide open, a lot of space, but once you get RVs in there, really not a whole lot of space between spots. I mean, you are very close to your neighbor. And once again, as you see, sewer hookup, power, and water. On to the group campsite, which is where we were staying. It is located 17 miles from Orofino, Idaho. This section that you're seeing right in here is the worst part of it. It's a lot of twisty turns and up and down hills, steep hills. As you can see from the group camp, you can see the reservoir bridge. This is just a quick trip up the road of the group camp. The regular campground is located 3.5 to 4 miles from the group camp once you come up to the top of the hill here, and you turn left at this road. And this is what the group camp looks like from up on the gravel road coming down into it. There are 8 power connections. You have a huge size space for group facility, pavilion, I guess you'd call it. And then looking from the other side, this is from the pavilion looking up the road. It is all gravel up a third of it until you make it around the top. Coming from through the pavilion, you have one toilet, vault toilet, and I'll show you a quick picture of that here real fast. But it's yep, 1 vault for 8 camp spots. It will hold up to 125 people is what the sign says for the group campsite. Okay. Otherwise, it's a very nice facility. Beautiful views, as you can see. And then straight ahead, there is a group fire pit located right over the overlook of the reservoir. And we'll walk up to that here real quick, or very slowly. But the reservoir is 55 miles long, if I remember correctly. But they had set up the firewood for us for the group fire pit, and this is standing on that little hill overlook looking at the reservoir. And then we'll walk down the hill from here, from the fire pit down to where I was just at. And there is a staircase. Now they did say that the reservoir was down. They started lowering the water level in July, so when you're walking down these steps you would actually be right at the water's edge. But as you can see how low it was like 25 to 30 feet from these stairs down to the water's edge, and there's really no good place to go diving in and swimming. It's very steep no matter where you're standing. Okay, let me see. Once again, we'll look out over our part of the reservoir. You're not too far from the bridge. It's a beautiful view. The breeze did feel nice when it did come through. And then we'll take you back up the stairs, back up to the group campsite. And this is pretty much all of what the group campsite is. It is worth reserving. However, you'd want at least 10 people or more to help share the cost of what you're doing. In our case, we had 10 people, and we were all in our own little trailers, and we had power at least, so power wasn't an issue. But there is no potable water on this site. You have to bring in your own water, and the other thing, there was no trash cans up here either, so whatever you bring in you have to take out with you. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked. Be sure to like and subscribe.